wa sahlan. Welcome to the Arabic and English Academy, Lesson 3. Today we will be finishing the last 10 words in the vocabulary list of human body parts and going on to the next 3 letters in the Arabic alphabet. And after the lesson, please complete the exercises that go along with it. And let's begin. So today we're going to finish the list of human body parts with these last 10 words. Okay, and the first word we have is neck. And neck in Arabic is rukba. 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 Ruk. The Q is coming from deep from the bottom of the throat. Rukba. 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 Neck. Rukba. The next word we have is nose, and nose in Arabic is inf. 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 N. 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 Inf. Inf. Nose. Inf. The next word we have is eyelash, and eyelash in Arabic is rimsh. 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 Rim. Sh. Rim. Sh. Rim. Sh. Rimsh. 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 Eyelash. Rimsh. Eyelash. Next word we have is shoulder, and shoulder in Arabic is katif. 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 Shoulder. Shoulder. Katif. The next word we have is skeleton, and skeleton in Arabic is haykal azmi. Haykal azmi. Haykal azmi. Haykal. Haykal azmi. Haykal azmi. Haykal azmi. Haykal azmi. Haykal azmi. Skeleton. Haykal azmi. Skeleton. The next word we have is skull, and skull in Arabic is jumjuma. 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 Jum. Juma. Jum. Juma. Jum. Juma. Jumjuma. Jumjuma. Skull. Jumjuma. Jumjuma. Skull. The next word we have is tooth, and tooth in Arabic is sin. 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 Just like the English word sin, like if you're a sinner, sin. 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 Tooth. Sin. Sin. Tooth. The next word we have is throat, and throat in Arabic is halq. 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 See, if you remember from the last lesson, we have the ha right here, and like I said, it makes a heavy H sound, not quite like the English one, a bit heavier from the bottom of the throat. Pronounce slowly. Hulk. 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 At the end. Hulk. Hulk. You don't need to actually. It will kind of work out. If you're saying it correctly, you should kind of just make that sound naturally, like Hulk. Hulk. Don't emphasize that. Don't emphasize it too much. Just nice and smooth. Hulk. Hulk. You'll hear it at the end, a little clip. Hulk. Hulk. Okay. Throat. Throat in Arabic is Hulk. The next word we have is fingernail, and fingernail in Arabic is zufur. 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 Fingernail. Zufur. And the final word we have for the human body parts unit is tongue. And tongue in Arabic is lisan. 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 Tongue. Lisan. Now, this concludes the human body parts unit. After this lesson, please complete the first exercise regarding all the vocabulary words we've learned so far to enforce your knowledge and understanding. And we're going to continue the next 3 letters we have in the Arabic alphabet. The first letter we're going to go over is Dal, and Dal is basically the equivalent of the English D, and in initial form looks just like this. In initial form it looks just like this. Okay, this is a Dal, makes the D sound da, like Dan, and this is it in initial form. Now, what's good about this letter is one of its forms looks just like initial form, and that form is the beginning form. Okay, so in beginning form it does not actually change, it stays just like that. It's basically like a backward C, kind of, in like in English. Keep in mind we do stretch it out a little, just a bit, just to emphasize the connector, you know, but overall that's the original look of it anyway, so it doesn't actually really change for beginning form. Now, another good thing in middle form, we have to add the connector, but then it's not going to change, its actual look isn't going to change. We have the original shape with the connector. Okay, as you can see, it's the original Dad backward C with a connector. Okay, because it's connecting. Now, in N form, we have what we usually have with every letter so far. We have the connector and the original letter. Oops. Connector and original letter. Dad. You know, it's very similar. Well, you want to kind of make it up just a little, kind of a curve, just so you don't confuse it with the hat. once we did in the last lesson. Looks a little similar. It's kind of like so. If it helps, we can do it like this. But either way is understood for a fluent Arabic speaker. Okay. All right. And that's when now we're done with dal. The next letter we have is zal. It's very similar as the one we just did. They have the same overall shape, backward C, except this time we have to add a dot right here, and this makes an overall TH sound, but with a slightly like a Z accent. Like if you were going to say that, it's more like zat, zat, kind of like if you want to say with an accent, it's kind of the sound it makes, like zat, z, TH, z, zad. The letter's called zad, so you can get a assumption of what kind of sound it makes, like zad. Okay. Now, same thing overall we had with the last letter. It's not going to change really. The original beginning form, beginning of a word, just beginning of a word, just like that, and we dot it. That's a Z. Okay. Now, middle of a word. I'm not going to change. We have to add the connector. Go up, take the dal, dot it. Okay. Now, final form. Same thing overall. We just make the connector. Go up, make the dal. Well, let me make it a little straighter. Connector, dal, and dot. It's a little better if you make it a little higher. You see how the curve is. You don't want it too much like that. It could go mistaken for a hat. You know, it's just because my pen's a little thick. Otherwise, it's basically like this. Basically, it's a little higher. Once you become influential and you can use like your hints around like the other connecting letters that would be here to make the word, you would know which letter is there. As what most people do actually get. Not everybody's perfect in reading Arabic with handwritten, because everybody can have like a different way of writing the letters. However, you will not get stumble on like a printed text. So that's good to know. That's important. The last letter we have is ra, and ra is basically the equivalent of an English R, next to like rooster, rooster, ra. And the way we draw it is close to the that, except we don't quite, we slant it down more, just like that. Okay, this is a raw. Okay, it's really good. Again, it's not going to really change form on us, besides adding the connectors. So for example, in the beginning of a word, exact same shape as initial. Okay, it's important to know, guys, if there's no connector, then that means it's like the next letter will not connect no matter what it is. Okay, that's the way it works. So if the next whatever's coming here will not connect to here, that's why there's no connector. I make it clear if there's a connector, like this whatever letter here. It also depends on whatever letter is following it. Okay, it's really important to get these down. It's just really important to concentrate very well on these lessons, and we're only doing 3 letters at a time, so there's no need to rush. You can just really concentrate on the lesson. That's our goal. We want you to concentrate on the lesson before moving on to the next one, because these rules are really important, and if you rush it, you're not going to be successful. It's important to notice the rules and go over the exercises to be able to be successful and have a good knowledge in Arabic. Okay, so there's no connector, so it's not, and this is the beginning of the letter, so it's not, we don't have anything connecting here. Okay, in this case, despite whatever letter it is, because ra in beginning form just does not connect to anything. Okay, it's and the end of after we go through all of them, we'll have a chart showing like which ones connect and and we'll practice it more later. We can just connect random letters just to see how it works, but basically, like I said, there's no connector, then it's not going to connect. Now in middle form, keeps the overall initial appearance, except what we're going to add the connector. Okay, and we're going to add the connector and just draw the raw just like that. Okay, so depending on what letter is here, it's possible that raw might connect from this side. It's possible that raw might connect from that side, depending on the letter. Okay, but again, there's no connector here, so whatever's following it, whatever is after raw, it cannot connect, basically. Okay, now the end form of raw is basically the exact same as the middle form. We just have to draw the connector. Okay, then we draw the raw. Okay, it's nothing will ever connect after the raw. Okay, it's just it's possible for it to connect here. In other words, it depends on the letter, whatever letter will come in front of it. Okay, and that's the final letter. Please go over the worksheet to reinforce and practice writing it in each form, of course. And that concludes the letter session for today.